When you have a talent, how do you find your voice?
That's a great question. So if something is universal and it's above time and it's transcendent,
Yeah. When foreigners are gonna watch this, probably they're gonna see you and say, "Wow, what a nice lady! Who is this?" But when Slovenians are gonna watch this, they're gonna say, "Wow,
is he from Slovenia?
yeah." they're probably gonna say, "Oh, that's a well-known Slovenian singer with a heavenly voice."
I have found in just the latest years, I would say, where to kind of grab the soul, right? The sound of my daughter. I love that sound. The words vibrate as you interpret.
I don't see how it connects to finding your voice, because that's important.
Exactly. And I think you need abstract stuff.
Yeah, you show it.
Leave lots of words away if you want to leave the space for the
creative.
Yeah. And you see your sound, you know?
That's the magic of a good pedagogue, I would say, that it frames a frameless frame.
Cool, yeah, nicely said.
Severa, welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me.
So, as you know, I always start with 10 questions. These are rapid fire questions, so if you're ready...
I'm ready.
Okay, let's jump into it. First question, what is your favorite place?
Where the home is.
What place makes you uncomfortable?
Maybe a house or a flat that doesn't feel like a home. As the song goes, a house is not a home.
Oh, nice. What turns you on creatively, spiritually, or emotionally?
I guess these things are intertwined. Maybe it would be things like truth, beauty, or just, I guess, straightforward energy.
What turns you off?
I guess if focus is too much on one thing for a lot of time, I guess it has to be different things, work, not work, different things that inspire. So not to go around too much, but to have diversity, like not having the same breakfast each day. That would turn me off.
Nice. Nice. What sound or noise do you love?
The sound of my daughter. I love that sound.
What sound or noise do you hate?
Maybe sharp sounds, but I wouldn't say hate. If ambulance goes past, I just think, just go do your work.
What superpower would you like to have?
It would be nice to fly.
What do you fear losing the most?
I guess my loved ones, that would be it.
What is beauty to you?
Truth or balance, something that resonates with your inner stuff. Beauty is quite important to me, but in a way that something is there and that it impacts you, not on its own.
And the last one, if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome.
That's simple and nice. I love it. I love it. That's it. You see, these are the 10 questions.
Great.
Rapid fire. Nice. Yeah. So maybe, how should we start? Let's see like this. You know what I figured? That when people are gonna watch this, when foreigners are gonna watch this, probably they're gonna see you and say, "Wow, what a nice lady! Who is this?" But when Slovenians are gonna watch this, they're gonna say, "Wow,
is he from Slovenia?"
Yeah. They're probably gonna say, "Oh, that's a Severa, well-known Slovenian singer with a heavenly voice." But what my question is, there's no doubt you have a talent with the voice. But my question is, when you have a talent, how do you find your voice?
That's a great question. I would answer like this: how do you go about not losing it? Which is kind of the same question, but not exactly. Let's say you're an imitator. I'll say it like this. You can go about impersonating other voices, other feelings, and maybe if you do this for a long time and you don't practice kind of just singing out of yourself, you could go on a path where you maybe at one time stop and say, who am I? What's my voice? Very, very much it happens so when producers maybe they can produce money, but it's not something I would see as the only thing. They can say now the trend is to do with lots of airy voice. Now pull it back. Now we have power. Now we go with lots of vibrate. It's different things that people from the outside tell you to do. So these can be considered as normal things in art, I guess. You know, like if you would do gymnastics and somebody would teach you, and then you would just teach your voice. But the voice is a little bit different. Maybe it's so internal. It's so connected with, I would say, with the soul. Just to kind of sum up the feeling, every once in a while I think, where can we see the soul, right? And then I think, okay, it's in the gestures of people. It's in the soul, you know, like where can you see God? You know, it's the same kind of question. It's in what we do. It's in the good and everything that we do, and it's in the gesture. It's in the voice. There you can somehow catch the soul, right? I guess if you can speak to a friend and you can immediately tell by the color of his voice if he's a little bit angry, a little bit sad, or a little bit distressed, or very, very calm and perfect today, you see everything in the voice, especially if you are a little bit in tune with it. But even if not, so the voice is actually quite an amazing, I would say, look into someone, into something. I wouldn't go so far as to, you can see everything in this voice and in the art and the person. No, you see some things, but if you think about these questions, which I do, I have found in just the latest years, I would say, where to kind of grab the soul, right? And the voice is one of them for sure. So to kind of take care of yourself means to take care of the voice that you could have, right? Or you do have, or what's your natural voice, or what's your I have never been prone to show business in that way of mannerisms and like to perform actually. I do respect these things. I'm in the category where it's basically a necessity to sing with as less as artificial input. Yeah. I think in general this applies. So even if you're in the circus part of the music industry, it applies just as much as for me, I would say.
I know exactly what you mean, because we are maybe similar in that context, because I'm also an artist. But this that you are now describing, let's say, a mode of being with a voice, a singer, but it's quite similar in architecture as well, or in art as well. So I could actually steal your your description and apply it to my case. That's the reason why I asked, because I'm also curious, and I also watch a lot of, or study a lot of artists, and how the question was, how do you find your voice? You know, the same applies with how do you find your style? How do you find your style in architecture, in art, in a dance, as you mentioned? This applies actually to and it's not just about art, you know, it's for me, I see it's also about how we live, you know.
Exactly.
How can you be yourself? Because we are so prone to, I think, to adopt so easily. It's so easy to do that we adopt modes and stuff, and then we are just regurgitating different people. But it's actually, how do you find yourself? What is true for you? That was my question. And concerning the voice, that can be, I presume, I don't know, especially challenging if the producer is there and the other forces are.
If it's a good producer, it's amazing. I mean, or if you can produce yourself in that way, then it's great. The art process is not just of art or of the artist. Like we have started this conversation basically touching upon, first it's me and then I do art, right? So first is the human and then it's the artist. It can never be the other way around, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's not so important. The art is not so important in many ways because of this, because the person is always important, actually, or how we are towards each other. Like in Slovenian, we say culture, kultura, right? And this basically means omika, how to present yourself, but not in but yes, in all those ways. So how do you go about presenting yourself in the space and with the people around you? How are you as a human derives from how you are as a human with culture. And culture doesn't mean to do something out of clay. To do art, culture means lots of different things. It's what was in the past, how we lived, what is, you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, because now that you are describing culture, I remember the foreigners will not know this, but won't be able to refer to it. Tone Pauček, our famous poet, he described the culture in the same way that the culture is not just the product, you know, it's not just one thing, so the end work. It's about the process. It's how we are as human beings and so on. So this is actually what then constitutes culture, which is actually interesting thing to think about, because we like to, you know,
we like to categorize. Now I'm doing something out of clay. Now I will watch a movie. Right? And it is categorized. This is the space we live in, and we need like spaces to categorize to make stuff happen in the brain, and it's a nice thing. But to go etymology wise, to go where what it means, where it started, doesn't have to be linguistically, but culture is something that grows. Kultura is something that you and then you make bread out of it, right? And if we say again in Slovenian, najprej zdravje, potem kultura. First health and then culture. This in a specific way means we should go about presenting ourselves, but okay, enough. There is a limit. You have to be relaxed and human, right? So if you think about these things, and you think about culture and art, and put it in the place of people where it is, it's not outside. Then you see that everything, for me, goes around how we are with ourselves, how we are, and how we are with each other. So it's basically just about a human, but not in a anthropocentric weird way, but something that has been here for ages. I mean, from where we began being human, there was a need to do something of beauty, or to connect with the gods and the sun, blah blah blah, and make a big church, or everything that makes us different. So it's about us.
I know exactly what you mean. I will actually actually we are doing it right now, let's say, okay? It wouldn't, this conversation wouldn't be the same as it would be if I would be alone here or you would be alone. So we are doing it together, okay? But what my point was, while we are actually here, okay? Okay, the question why can be, explained in so many different ways. Because I was born, we are here. But no, there was one specific situation, and I will tell you. It was, I went to your concert like a few months ago, and then we were there, and the concert was over, and almost everybody left. And I, with my wife, we went to collect the coats. We like went on the hallway, and then you came along, and we met each other with the eyes, and it was something. What happened is that we passed you, and my wife said, "Oh, what happened?" It was so strong connection, and I also was like a bit, it was like just one sight or one look, and afterwards it was interesting thing. It was like I would know you like from ages. The feeling was like that, and I forget about this, and then a few months forward, when I started this documentary, this series, you popped into my head, and this was the side that I saw, and it was so precious to me, let's say, and I immediately, contact you, and this is the reason why we are here, one of the reasons. So this is connected to the culture and the thing we were just describing. It's how we are, and from this, then stuff arises, let's say.
Yeah, I saw I heard someone say something like if you want to see the future, go and see the kindergarten, right? And I'm like, nice thing. And then he said in a context, but doesn't really matter for now. He said, I'm not too interested in what the TV will be like in 50 years. I'm interested in how we will be to each other in 50 years. So I made this connection. Okay, you go to the kindergarten. Okay, how we are, né? How we are to each other. This is the kind of how we are to each other. So the TV as a thing really doesn't have a lot to do with art, right? I mean, you can watch a movie on it or so on, but it's a thing, and culture is not primarily based on things. It goes around the people connected with the things.
It's not standing by itself there somewhere, no?
And you cannot hold it. You can't hold night, you can't hold day, but you can hold a TV, and this I think is something that we can understand. Like a small child, or you can say in 50 years, and how will the TV look like? How will we be to each other? And you have established thought. And in this context, I live on the basis of believing that art in general should have a powerful place in society, for one person and for the collective. Both are equally important things, because sometimes there's this mainstream, you don't belong, then you have to with just yourself connect, right? If all the buildings around are made of glass and I don't feel good, I have to somehow eliminate myself out of this glass world, right? So yeah, I believe in art. I think it's important and it does a lot. If you don't think about it, then you maybe think, okay, these are the things we do. We again watch movies, do something out of clay. These are the things we do, and you can think about it like this. But this is the substance that that makes us a little bit more, right?
Yeah, it's hard to explain. I know what you mean, but it's hard to explain to encapsulate everything.
Yeah, I would like to get more people on board. That's why it's hard, because you can preach to the choir, like with people that like art is one thing, but to kind of place it into a person without it having the contexts that are not easy to handle, like how the government can help or dishelp the growth of healthy art, basically.
Yeah, how
right?
it can foster the
Yeah.
necessary
And in Europe,
conditions.
we do this, and I think we must. It's if everything would be let up to random money currents, you lose. You have books here. You lose input that is all through history connected with the artist, so the artist can work. Okay, it's if you follow some money, not all the history books, you see that arte povera is just one very small piece of visual art in painting. You cannot leave the artist to just do with the means that they have.
Maybe let's be concrete.
You need money to produce.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need any money to produce.
Yeah.
But this is not the way to go about it.
What would be the
what would
the
be
wish
the way?
or the
there I
idea?
kind of stop because I don't know, but I would like to know. This is why we think together.
So let's frame let's do a framework.
Yeah.
So the question would be how we can, as a society, make conditions that foster art and artists. Is this a frame?
I guess, but it doesn't end there because me as an artist, I kind of end here. You have to foster that people know that it exists. Then they can follow or not, but if they don't know that it exists, it's a problem. Let's say if you have a national television in any country in Europe, and then they don't, I will speak for my main occupation, which is music, yes. If I do not have the option to go to a national TV station and say, I have a new record, I have a new video, I have a big concert. If there are so many places where you can go there to talk, and no places where you can kind of sing something or have a conversation, things that elevate your art and things that bring it to the people, then you basically can't actually have a place of healthy art because you actually don't know what's there. And you do have internet, you have lots of things where you can find, but it doesn't work actually that way. It works with institutionalized, and if you have an institution, you always have to do the proper handling of the things that are around you. So the place where we live now, and I don't mean Slovenia, I mean 2025. It's a normal thing. We gathered now that there's this whole group of humans that wish to be in the media and just kind of grab onto it. So the people that make the content kind of just sit, they just sit. And just kind of, they just maybe receive money, so that some, or maybe not, just kind of sit. But you should never sit because you have to see what's there, and you have to pick up the phone and you say, would you like to come here and present to the people something that you are doing? So just to kind of sum up this thought, we very quickly say, oh, money makes the world, turn around, and everything is so connected with it. No, it's not. It's connected with, do you take your feet and then you move them, blah blah blah. I think that's that's basically the greatest thing that you can do in life. Do actions. If more people in the media would take care of the people that read and watch the media, I, as an artist, would just be something that has to be shown from time to time. It's not. It's not about me.
Yeah.
It's about us as artists going through the media to people, so that the people can say, "Oh, this is what interests me." Maybe they're 16 years old. Maybe they're 26. Maybe you have to just get a little bit of something that you know that it exists. That's very, very, very important.
Yeah, and it can change your life actually. And then
it does.
Yeah.
If we wouldn't have Branner and Chill with all the jazz artists that he invited in the 90s, me and my brother Gao would never take the VHS recordings and
was this
Gonzalo Rubalcaba, and you know, just like,
was this a pushing point, or let's say a turning point?
It was something. It was the media giving me music, giving me good music at a stage where I was 17, 18. That was very, very important. It doesn't matter if I watched every week that it was on. I just had to have the emotional connection to it when I needed it, when I was in the development ages of being a teenager, basically.
And it changed your actually course because of that.
For sure. For sure.
I remember the story of Bobby McFerrin. He told how he changed one instance, changed his course. He wanted to be a priest or go into that road, but then
he still is.
Yeah, he still is. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. But he said that one specific case, which was in the concert with Miles Davis, he was there, and being there and witnessing that moment actually changed him. And he said something very striking for me. He changed him not figuratively, but he said he changed actually physically. This is how he felt. And this was actually the turning point of how he wanted to be, or how he wanted to, such a big pull. And I felt that you were also talking about the same maybe manner, which was...
Yeah, I think I was, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe can you recall the specific situation which was very prevalent or very strong in your case?
Not one
specific big, but
so many of them. Yeah, so many of them through all the years up until now, and for sure on, because we always change. And if you are a sensitive person and you kind of like this way of conversing and thinking about, and should this be here or what? Then things then you kind of search maybe also for things that make you different, even physically.
What were your early influences? What made you who you are, or what were the points in time that you can remember maybe that were this was inspirational for me?
I would kind of point out a couple of them, but I cannot mention my brother. He was 4 years older, so this was a kind of he was into music when I wasn't, very early on, from 13 on, he was playing stuff and so on. And I was always drawing. I was basically very prone to also having the peace and quiet of the architectural world, or maybe the world of literary artists. Some kind of peace, because music goes on stage, and it's basically very much extroverted type of situation, but it can also be both. I have figured later on that I have the both capacities. For a long time I didn't kind of choose music, but I was inspired by it, and I did very much enjoy it. So these early steps into music were like this. I was maybe, I don't know, 14, something like this, even before, and just a couple of chords on the guitar, and my brother showed me this, and so on, and also the jazz period. Um, I found it through him, and then it stick for me until now. So he did inspire me for lots of things because he's very joyful with the music. He kind of, I don't know, eats it up, lives it, and it was inspiring to watch him as that. I for instance, I did learn the guitar, like I said, when I was 13, and then I did play a little bit, and then I started with my musical career, and then after, I guess, about 10 years, I figured, but wait, I do know how to play guitar. Why do I just sing, you know? So I guess I kind of went back at one point, and then also about 10 years ago, so I've been doing music for about good 20 years. I started with the knowledge I have on the guitar, and with the very big imagination and good space and good ears with the melodies. I kind of said, okay, I'm very good with the melodies. This will go. And then I found a way to build up my capacity with making songs. So for me,
it was a gradual process.
Everything's gradual.
Yeah, that's
I'm like
what you are actually
like
applying.
in the books, gradual Severa Gjurin.
Yeah. That's nice to hear that it's.
Great if it's nice to hear. I'm always like, why did it take me 10 years, you know?
I know what you mean, because I'm the same in architecture, you know. I could explain in the same manner, you know. You know, if it's not like a big moment that it actually shifts you, then it's gradual. And then it's, then we're thinking and explaining how small steps led to what you are actually now. This actually refers to the first question: how do you find your voice? I mean, it's not like that you probably one day woke up and here's my voice, or maybe it is, but you know, normally it's not. It's gradual.
Yeah. Well, it's also your first kind of answer. Like, if I wasn't born, I wouldn't be here. You know? And if I wouldn't have this color, I wouldn't be here. If I wouldn't have the parents that I had, I wouldn't talk as I do. I wouldn't think as I do. So they are the big inspiration from very early on for each and every one of us. When you put the two up with the artist or the person, you go, okay, you always go like this. Now I understand, you know, at least for some things, you know.
How do you see yourself as a, you know, your talent? Let's say, did somebody tell you have a talent, or it was also a gradual thing, or did the world tell you, oh, you are talented, and then you were, maybe, you know, because as a child, when we are young, we don't know this. At least consciously, we don't say, I have a talent. Let's, you know. But
in primary school, which is over there.
You visited this primary school? You didn't tell me this.
No, I did. It was just so quick. Yeah,
maybe. Oh, that's okay. Now people, when they're going to watch just across the
you don't know.
on my right, it's okay. That's not primary school. You visited this one. Okay. And, now you can actually.
I can connect with my
physically and remembering.
Yeah, I'll go into my.
You were trying to say
I didn't. For a very long time, I didn't consider myself. I had this. I had this voice or the musical talent or whatever. I do have lots of memories in a primary school of my classmates coming in. Oh, will you draw a cloud for me. You do such good clouds, or something like this. So this was information. I am the one that draws, like if I would be an Indian, right? The one that draws. And I do think I'm good at it, but so many hours of all around work that I put into music for the past 20 years has also accumulated. But I've never stopped with so I do art education. Mostly I do sensorical art projects. I mean art workshops with from 4 years on. I do also. I had some exhibitions, and this year I will have. But with the art education, I enjoy it so much, and I will go back to finding your voice.
That's interesting that you combine these two. We sure would come to that question because you are multiple. Let's say you also draw and so on. We'll come to that. But yeah, just you combined these two already. It's interesting, actually.
Yeah. The things that I do with the sensorical art education is very interesting, actually, for exactly finding your voice. And I figured this out very early on when I did this. So with the diploma, I did things like I did with kids, like drawing with sugar. And then just at the end, I say, oh, the point is the element that makes the space, or that it makes the shape, right? So točka kot orisni element is just something that I said at the end to the kids, but before I just gave them sugar. And so different things.
Whoa, this you will have to unpack because this you just lay it on the table, but it's interesting. But do explain more. What do you mean with how do you?
I'll come back to sugar. I do different things with kids that kind of throw them out of their game.
Okay, I know what you mean now. Where you are heading with the finding your voice, because it's the same. It's the process.
But with the voice, very very nice thing happened when I did all the time that I do, and mostly I do this. So senses. So scent maybe would be translated from voni, and this is the thing that I do mostly with kids. And I go like this. I take 2 and 2 kids and I blindfold them. I have the gloves from the doctors. I've advanced from year to year. And then I take, I don't know, like ginger and carrot, celery, wood, like dirt,
bark or something.
Wood stuff. So
fresh leaves or something.
Exactly. Not exactly fresh leaves, just the things that you basically kind of want to eat and want to smell. Because I figured when I did certain, they didn't like it, so I did it. And these are the things that go very well. So like basil or rosemary or other things.
And then you do what with that? You lay them down, or what is
I give them very little words and very little instructions. Like with the sugar, basically. Some things I do like this. And I say, okay, I will write down what you will have. So I go Tina, basil, and Tina number 2, carrots. And then she does the 2, right? So it's like this, and I just tell them, just think about the chichke chachke. I don't say shapes, I don't say colors, I don't say these things because that they can come to their head and then they're in the picture, right? So the pedagogue should leave lots of words away if you want to leave the space for the
creative. That's I don't see how it connects to finding your voice, because that's important.
Exactly.
So it's actually to do
you need a good pedagogue. You need a good producer to find your voice. You need somebody to
stimulate or something.
And I think you need abstract stuff.
Because
because these things, chichke chachke, mean just do something.
Yeah,
like
doodling.
kids,
We say
doodling.
maybe in
Thank you.
English.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go and take the colors,
Uh-huh.
what you saw now in your head when I gave you this, and then go and just do. Just do doodle.
Yeah.
Do doodle de doodle. And then you have like just maybe two things that a child did, or child, they can be 16, 14, or us, né?
Yeah.
And you see your sound, you know? Because you have like this kind of shape, and you know, they don't even know that you can see their sound.
I know that's the magic of a good pedagogue. I would say that it frames a frameless frame. Probably.
Cool, yeah, nicely said.
Yeah. That it can bring out the best, or the essential. Let's say essential from the kids.
It can bring out your mannerism, your soul, the essential, what's yours. Because if you do three right, like three abstract things that you see in your head, and it's very nice if you don't know what it is. You know, like the carrot, I sometimes go away, or lemon,
Yeah.
and then you know, like when I put ginger into the project, now you understand everything.
Yeah.
Suddenly, there was orange color. There was pink color, you know, because it's such a...
Maybe do explain more so people can I can understand. So you actually blindfold them, and then you select for each person specific.
I have Tupperwares, and I have inside the celery and everything.
Yeah, and then you place in front of them, and they have to.
No, they kind of.
How this
I do, like, if here are 15 kids, then maybe on there I would kind of close up the space so they wouldn't see. And then 2 by 2 they would go on chairs, so I really want to eliminate. So I did this project actually like this from just my crazy head.
Okay.
And then I put 2 and 2 in blindfold, and I use the gloves, and I go tuk, and then I put the gloves away, and different ones, so they don't get the mess of everything on my head.
Okay.
That's why I have the gloves.
And then
I unblindfold, and I just go chichke chachke. There are the colors.
Oh wait.
Just
If I can
nothing.
summarize, so you stimulate them with the sense.
Yeah.
And then they have to, and this is actually inspiration for whatever they do, and they have to draw it down.
Yeah.
They do a drawing.
They do a painting. They go with colors.
Ah, okay.
And you know, sometimes it's you know, because some of them have to color everything. You know, some do the flip.
Yeah.
Some.
I know.
Yeah, and then because when you put 2, it's like, wow, look at the sound. It's always the sound. You just need 2. It's so amazing.
But when you say you see the sound, what do you mean?
Sound. I see the mannerism. I see the vibe of the artist, the painter.
Okay.
I say the sound because
you're familiar
my
with
music.
Yeah. Okay. Which can be it can be sound. It can be also art. It can be dance.
Exactly. That's what I mean by sound when I say it like
this.
I
know what you mean. Oh, this is that's the reason why I'm poking you a bit, because it's so abstract. Let's say abstract. But I know I can imagine what happens actually in that process.
Almost none of them don't get the point. What the pedagogue wanted me was that they do an abstract painting without knowing it. I just go chichke chachke, and then abstraction. Something abstract comes. I don't steer them a lot, but if I see someone doing I don't know, a carrot, like drawing it, I would kind of bend them so that it would go to abstraction, right? Because that's the only kind of thing that I want as a pedagogue to be achieved. Everything else is just you finding your way. What is your way without you knowing it?
This process reminded me of one specific case that I had a good pedagogue in the primary school who changed my actually life. I mean, he showed me the way which was really It was so important for me, I see now. And one specific case, now I remember, when I did my drawings, or we were doing I don't know what, and I was already finished, and what he did was very, very interesting. He just put like one rectangular cardboard shape in front of me, and then he multiplied it. And he brought me these pieces and say, just do stuff. And it was kind of the same way you do. You just do something with the sand, and this is actually the push towards something. And what happened is this, I remember, it's actually more interesting than this. I remember because he told me later, when we met like 15 years in the future, we met, and then he told me, you know what I do with kids now? What I gave you, and because of that shape, you did one sculpture, which was really nice. And it was so interesting that I use this process for a lot of other, situations. And I do this normally with kids now, that I just throw them like a bone.
Exactly.
Without so much guidance or exaggerated guidance, I would say.
Exactly, yeah. But you have to know when.
Yeah.
Because some things, when I did lots of teaching, so I never did in a primary school and secondary school at the government. Always like Thursday in the afternoon. And you have to, I guess, I did it like this. At the beginning, I would say, sometimes we will do what is wrong and what is right, and sometimes it will be very much different. Sometimes it will be, okay, no, because this is the angle where we should go, and this is right and wrong, and I can't. But sometimes it's not right and wrong, but I will decide. You know what I mean? Because you have to have someone. I mean, I will decide.
Yeah. It's probably the same in. Maybe yet let's connect it with the voice. How do you, if you sing, let's maybe steer back to the producers. If there's a good producer, this is what I wanted to ask you. What is the difference between a good and a bad producer? Probably the good producer is some kind of a teacher or some kind of a facilitator that can steer you in the right.
Yeah, I've never worked with bad producers.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
lucky
truly.
You.
Yeah, lucky me.
Yeah.
I've worked with my brother for a long time for most of the projects. Now with my last record, Pomlad, which means
which
spring.
we will show you. So we can show it now. Yeah. You just talk, and I will just look, and we can show it.
So this is a record where I took the production part, because I had the sound in mind, and it kind of was okay to do it. If it would be a different kind of record, I wouldn't put myself in these shoes, but I did manage it, I think, well. But if I wouldn't have the co-producer, which was Dan Lapagna, which is a guitarist.
He was a guitarist. He was. I see.
Exactly. He's in my group with I perform with a group of 5 musicians, and he was one of them.
Who, by the way, very known also, guitar player, guitarist.
Lapagna, yes. So with him, I did some things also in the past, and this record we did together. And 2 songs on the record I made with my brother, and he was the producer. So I was in very good hands. I was in the hands of Dan and Gao, and these are all
I see
my
now.
people.
These are actually your as brothers.
Exactly.
I mean, one is literally your brother, but the others. It's not some external, some foreign.
Yeah, and they could be dickheads, right?
Yeah.
But they are not. So it's a different situation. I have never even had these experiences that somebody would, like you would try and sing and somebody would just cut you off. No, one more time. No one. I've never
this is so
even
important
had this,
to mention. Probably it's so natural for you, but this I know it happens a lot in modern music.
And sometimes it also should, but these things are flip.
Okay.
If you cut, I don't. I'm not. I don't do this kind of music that I would sing and that you would just cut it and then you would paste it. You know, because this refrain is the same as here and ta 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 ta. I do all the time organically for everything I do and all the collaborations. Some differ from one another, but mostly you sit me as a producer in front of the microphone and
in
yeah,
let's say
and
one take it goes and then it
yeah,
goes and
yeah, it's not pointillism, it's expressionism if it's something,
it's
you know,
not
it's something,
micromanagement. This is the right word.
exactly.
Micromanaging.
Well, or maybe it is
Maybe it
micromanagement.
could.
I mean, I'm not against management. I'm not against production.
Yeah,
I'm not against that somebody leads you, not just helps you. But my story is different because I grew up with my brother, who is a musical genius,
Yeah.
and I grew up making music mostly on stage, not on rehearsals, mostly with very good musicians, which doesn't mean that they just have schools and know a lot about music, but feel stuff. And this is my path, and I've just been so blessed that I also learned how to manage my path. And I'm quite happy in the place where I am at the moment, because I can see the future being like this. Pomlad was recorded, like 7 songs of the 10 were recorded live. So we were in the studio of Dan Lapagna, like each on our chairs like this, and okay, and now we go. Was this something? Okay, no, we do it again. And you don't do 70 takes because this would be
then it would diminish the, but
was
it one take? So if you would take one
yes.
Is there a song, this is the question, is there a song that is one take just?
Yes, 7 out of 10, but there are adaptations with the track. So I did maybe correct the vocals a little bit here, but this was very little.
I know what you mean.
And most of the time you leave it as it is. But if it's something that does not, and if you don't have the drum putting in your microphone, so you just can't. Some things we couldn't do, but quite some of them then. So we did little adaptations with the thing that we recorded, but very little, and we did add some things on top of it. But the core of the song is live.
It's the same as this video. It's gonna be one take. If you go to the toilet, we're gonna cut it out. But otherwise, it's the same.
Yeah,
it's more.
It's organic.
It's organic. That's
yeah. And we say organic food, we say bio food. We shouldn't even use these things for food, right?
It's so interesting to mention because it's so natural, in a natural way.
Yeah.
Which can,
It doesn't mean that all music should be like this. I have to emphasize this because then,
I know.
Because it just doesn't, you know? And why should, I don't believe that music should be easy and soft-spoken. This is this kind of record. It's mostly an easy sound. It's also dynamic.
How would you say, what is the style of it? That's interesting. This we also say in art or in architecture. What's the style of it? What's your style?
I really don't know.
if you don't know that work, then we leave it because I also don't know.
I mean,
I would say
it's adult contemporary music. It's folk music, I guess. Also, it's singer-songwriter music.
Maybe you say what it's not. What it's not. It's not metal. It's not mainstream pop. It's also not because I can distinguish.
But it's so many categories. If you say what it's not, then,
I know.
Again, like every other thing, you need this because
bluesy stuff. Some bluesy or rock and
a little bit, a little bit, But it all derives from blues. It all derives from classical. It all derives from jazz. So if you don't see those elements, it would be weird. I think it's a mood setter. It's a mood maker. So if you have a moment to give it like the 45 minutes that it has, I guess I mean this is what makes me proud. you can, I've seen it.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of, you know, like be a little bit more relaxed, like you went to a massage or something, you know,
Yeah.
like how,
Yeah, yeah.
or maybe you go inside. This is what art can do.
Yeah.
I tried that it's not too esoterical, because I try to balance the things that are, I don't know, in me, or I want to present, where when I see them I want to present them, kind of balance. So when I took the illustrations that I made, which are
we will show it later. Maybe I'll put
Which
it.
are-
It's because it's so interesting. We will have to cut it in the video. This will not be able to show it, but
yeah, the point I want to say, is that they're very soft. They're not just soft, but they are soft, and they are pink. And then I'm smiling, and the title is Spring. And then I had to kind of balance it so it will be on the ground. It wouldn't be too kitschy, esoterical.
This is what you mean to say with esoterical. So grounded a bit, you're trying to say.
Or a little bit ugly, you know. If you make it too pretty, I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, for some people it could be. So this was your intention. You're trying to say that it would be on the broad spectrum. It's not a.
It becomes an intention when you get the elements figured out. You know, that then I somehow balance stuff as I see fit sometimes. And here I wanted to do like the.
Show it.
So the roots.
The
roots are not kitschy. They're like, what's that doing there? And a little bit, you know. So if this wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be happy with it. It would like, no way.
This I like that you explain, because these details are what
makes us
interesting.
Light up if we are this kind of human.
So it was very intentional that you put there this plant or this. What is it actually?
This is Marietica. It's a daisy. I had this period when I also cut out of the ground like the first flowers in the springtime that come out. And I wanted to see also how like a snowdrop. Where does it go? It goes so deep. You have to go like 10 centimeters to get to its root, right? And I had this period of drawing, and I used just normal color pencils, but I really sharpened them up and did some sort of illustrations that are now here deformed. So this is a sort of a prune.
Maybe show it a bit like this into the closest.
Here we have signed, but no, this is not on the record. And then with Jana Furman, she was a designer. She's a designer when we made this together. She's also an architect.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And we were just going back and forth and doing together so that it was that it was kind of, you know, integrated, you know, so that it's just as much as you need and not more.
Maybe we will show also like, because your drawings. It's nice. Your drawings are very. When I saw them, actually, these we will show also.
Yeah.
Show me this. I will just.
Yeah, just what?
I have to. Yeah. I have to be really careful with it. It's so subtle. I will show it actually later. I will cut it in because if I show it like this, especially the ones that are like this.
Yeah, well, this is the one.
Yeah, this is the one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. These ones I really like. So this is. Two things interested me. One was the flowers of springtime, early springtime, and then things that you kind of see when you walk around like on foot, and you say, "Is this a flower, or is this something that you would?" No, that's something you would pick out from if you have a garden. Is this pleveo? Is this
what is the word? I don't remember.
Okay.
But
so something that
it's not shouldn't be there.
Shouldn't be there if you want your vegetables to grow. It's something that we don't like, but it's a flower. So these were the things in my head, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I will continue doing this. You see these very, very small lines around it?
Whoa, yeah, now I see them.
Yeah, that's just micro lines that are very important with this, but you have to kind of capture it or see it even.
You know, I will take a picture of one of those, or maybe a few later, and then I'll really have to, I will put it in, because it's interesting to see, but it's so hard to, even live, it's actually hard to notice. But I like it because it's so subtle.
Here I was just enjoying the botanical kind of portraits I was making, you know, for instance, saffron, right? Saffron I took and then I went into the house and I was holding it like this and it was closed. And I was like, oh, it's so beautiful, it's so closed. It's such a crazy flower that just because you hold it for like maybe 2 minutes, it opened in front of my eyes. Wow. So I couldn't draw it. Like, what? Oh. It was like a dialogue with the botanical world through more or less flowers, but with the botanical world.
So nature is actually what I see inspires you.
You're right. Yeah, it does. I mean, I'm hail to nature.
And it's interesting because I just told you that this is one of also the aspects of this scenography, let's say this my documentary, because I also include nature in. So the moods change also when the weather changes. Yeah. You can see this actually now. This day is a rainy day, so it's not so prevalent. But in a lot of interviews, when the sun comes, it's just you know, shines. Yeah, and I like this. I like this, which is also hard to do because it's easiest way is to just do a studio, you know, and artificially light it. But this is actually what it's actually interesting, and it gives a natural vibe. So nature, it's also a natural vibe in your. It's inspiring, and yeah, tell me what gives you the nature, the inspiration.
15 things pop to head.
Just pick one. Yeah. Or maybe one after the other.
Well, this record was conceptualized also like a cyclical time, or you know, like spring comes, okay? So this is not linear the way I see it, and it's very exact. But spring also is hopeful. It's a beginning. It's a new world. So this is what this means for me here. I think it means this in general.
So the question will be, why spring?
Yeah.
Why not a house or a spaceship? Why spring? What was the drive? What was the inspiration behind it? And also, how did you choose the songs, or how did it came about?
It's interesting. I don't even know. I just know that it was a working title. Yes, so many
probably what it's. Did it came natural that it's, or how did it came about?
Yeah, for sure it came like. I don't even know. I just know that for quite some years now that I have been developing this project, this was my working title. And then not lots of other things made sense.
Okay.
So I guess it was elimination again, and it was something that I wanted to uplift. Hence, also the way that the cover is made, which is light and dark and so on. So this is what I wanted to put in, and the songs kind of. Were the best ones that I figured that they were, but also they kind of went together like all the time in the album, and I'm happy that I made the album because it's like an exhibition. It's like an album of photographs. It's a story. You have lots of elements, not just one single. And it takes a little bit of more time. Like I said, if you give your 45 minutes to the record, maybe you will see something at the end. If you give it 4, some things may happen, but never things that can happen in a bigger period. You need some time. If you go meditate for 2 minutes, you're going to meditate for 2 minutes, it doesn't go, right? So you need a little time, and once you have lots of elements, then you get the album book. And I'm very happy because then I see, wow, this song is different from this one. And I didn't think that I would have this joy, you know, with the album. I wanted the album, and I grew up in the 90s, and I still have this concept that an album is something in music, and I think it is, for just the sole reason that it's more time and it's elements together. So I think this will not move away as a concept. Also, you don't have to print it. I have made a CDs, I have made LP, I have put it in digital distribution. You have it on Bandcamp. People can donate, and on my website, everything is on. I did put it out there, so I wouldn't have to necessarily print it to get this joy of the album. But you can't really hold an MP3, so that's also one.
Yeah, it's more physical, more tangible. You're trying to say
more tangible, but even if you put the tangible thing away, you get the minutes, you get the time. And this is what I wanted. That's why I didn't release. I have released just the single Sonce, and then Kamin. And then now for a year and a half I was doing on this record, and now everything I released.
Now, normally what probably happens when you do a record, then you go to present it, one is physically, but then also you perform, isn't it? How do you see these two modes?
I started performing a couple of the songs that are on the album even prior to releasing it, because I wanted to see how it feels exactly. And also a little bit of testing it out, but not a lot has changed. Just to kind of, and it's very strange if you write a song and just go into the studio, right? Did it live? It just started to grow out of the.
Yeah. That was I wanted to frame the question, but it's hard because this could be one way. You just have an idea and then you record it, and then what? You're done. It could be. It's not we are not talking about rules, but
exactly.
How did it happen for you? So you tested a bit.
I did test out. I wasn't testing out. They were made, and I wanted to perform it. Even that one, but it was a test out. It played out as a test out, even because and this is that, because I saw that it became that. But I just figured I have them. I'm happy I have them. Let's play them.
Yeah. What do you enjoy most? The making of the music, or in the studio with your fellow friends,
musicians,
musicians, or doing it live? How does this differ for you?
Yeah, it's very different. But I try to take some things out of the live and put them in the studio, apparently, if we did it live. But even like this, like in the studio, we sometimes have a piece of paper, nobody sees it. I have these rules, actually, with my singing live. And maybe once or maybe twice in my life I had a paper with notes. So I always learn, even if it's for just one song or such a performance, because I know that at least, I don't know, 30-40% or something of interpretation will go away if you just have the paper there, even if you don't look at it.
Talk about this a bit, interpretation, because for you it's maybe natural, but for me it's I would like to know.
You have to know you have to know the song, of course. It doesn't matter if you're a singer or if you just play. If you don't know it completely, the form and what it means for you and so on, then your subconscious cannot play when it's time to play. Your conscience has to know, and then your subconscious can, and then it becomes magic. from then on it becomes magic. So at least what you should do is learn the song. And it seems like I'm a school teacher, but I'm not. I'm just going into the essence of what we're basically doing, and we're interpreting, like Primož Trubar would say, if you don't sing with your heart and your head, what's going? I mean, are you singing? He also brings it to God, but this is it. Just makes it a little bit more full of worth and importance. But every time should be like that. Basically, doesn't have to be every second because you use their mind. But the words vibrate as you interpret, as you think, when you say, when you speak, in life or on stage.
When you done your job, what actually happens? Is a specific state or a specific feeling that you go in, or that you, how do you feel that you are doing it?
In studio, it's interesting because you don't need the paper there. So you can kind of relax more and just do the song. But what then happens? Then the energy that you get on stage can completely go out of the studio. You know, it can be just, it can almost go to sterile. So I just kind of want to say that if you really learn it also for the studio, not just for the spectacle, then you will have the interpretation also in the studio.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because we
we
go and we do our job and it just happens, you know. You don't even think about it if you're not like rigorous a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm very happy I have finished this record, and I'm also very happy that this year I will be on the 16th of May. I will have an exhibition in Celje, in Kvartirna Hiša. It will be there for a month or so. But I have also on my website a couple of things that I exhibited 20 years ago, when was my first exhibition, and it was figures, men and women playing instruments. And now I also have men and women figures in more of an intimate setting, intimate dialogue. And again, I have made on meter and 70 centimeters cardboard.
Cardboard, yeah, I saw this,
Yeah, I'm kind of hooked on this cardboard because it's actually very nice. And now this exhibition is made, it's drawings and it's charcoal drawings. So I'm very happy to put this also out
on the
and
display.
away. Because this has been made maybe 7 or 8 years ago.
Okay.
So
it's
again,
been a period.
Yeah.
Oh. In the making, so long in the making.
Yeah, it was so long ago. It was made in a year and a half or maybe 2 years. I was doing this project, and first I didn't even think it would be an exhibition. It wasn't my intent. I just started drawing something. Because I don't draw a lot. Mostly I do music, but there are periods when I do. And then it was so many drawings that were good drawings, that I said, okay, I will exhibit at one point. And now it's here. So I guess this is the year when I so much has been planted and also left to develop itself, I guess, and kind of have its own timing. It's an interesting. It will be an interesting exhibition because it's a little more intense to exhibit figures in intimate relationships. Then maybe if I would draw, I don't know, houses and trees and stuff like this. Because it seems personal, but it's just in a way it's just one of the themes I think that should really belong in art spaces.
It's made for that. It's actually for the galleries, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
I mean, how I don't know if we should, because it would be again a long conversation. You know, it'd be like a long form then. But I think the sexual growth of a person, and I mean this in general, and also from an early, so from teenage on, should be something more addressed in our society.
Okay.
I didn't do the exhibition of that. I wouldn't want to problemize pornography on its own, but if some things would maybe move across our specter of culture, not art, of culture, I think we are not as relaxed as a society as we were 20 or 30 years ago. This is my opinion. And I think because there are not a lot of conversations in the media in general, in public, and then it all just goes into private sphere, which is okay, because it should be mostly there. But I'm happy also that I made this exhibition, because I think its value is also there, that something that is beautiful should not be minimalized.
Shouldn't stigmatized or
stigmatized also, but minimalized to using Botox and always insinuating on sex, but not actually having the society that is relaxed. For instance, if you can be topless somewhere on the beach, I think this is good. I think it was easier 30 years ago. I think this is not good. And lots of things concerning this, I think, are going on in society. And art should go in all of the aspects, especially the way aspects where we don't want to go, you know, like taboo stuff and so on.
These things are important, and if they are important to you, and you are actually it comes out of you that they are true, let's say, then it's on its place, you know. Otherwise, I think, especially concerning these topics that are, you know, maybe, you know, on the line of some they shouldn't be forced, you know? And if it naturally comes, then that's nice. Then this is true, and it can resonate also true with the people.
Exactly.
So
I don't know. It came from drawings. I guess I was like in some sort of a cave conversation when I look back at it. You know, like if you would be in a cave and you would just kind of.
What are these drawings about, actually? Are they? What do they represent?
I can. Maybe,
it's gonna be.
You can show afterwards.
You show me.
Just
do it like this, that people will see how it's actually.
So this is a drawing of a man and a woman.
Nice.
There are a little more than 10 of them. I have just more or less put them under glass. These two I have also. I have at home. This is why I brought them. It's a topic that it's not. It's a topic that I think is a good topic. But it's uncommon, right? It's not so common, which is strange. So two projects.
I see your. No, it's so much is happening. I see in your life. So you have to maybe now. It's like birth. You just gave birth to so many projects. Now you have to relax.
I do, and I'm quite content of leaving things now to go to just go and have their own life. which is amazing.
Maybe we should end on this note, you know, that we relax into it and we go and relax ourselves, because it's, I know what you mean. These projects are so, also I have them, you know, also this one now. It takes so much of time, and it's, yeah, I always say it's like labor, you know, it waits, and it's in development, and then it's alive, and then you have to a bit maybe relax
Exactly.
a bit and leave it, and
Yeah.
these are these fluctuations. And maybe if we come back, this is your album Pomlad, which is you know, everything grows, but then the winter comes,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's natural flow of the times, and
Yeah. It's I do think we have to like work and really take the best of the fruits. It's not just do something out of you. What is your sound? It's so many different things. School hours, the people who you work with. If you are a solo art worker, I
Yeah.
would say,
yeah.
like we both are. It's a different kind of life than if you go to a job.
Yeah.
And we have to kind of know where it ends, or it's easy that it mushes up,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is not really not good for us as people, because you have to have night and day, so you know
yeah.
you have you know, so that you are in the cycle of,
you have to balance
of nature.
the things. For
Exactly,
sure, for
you
sure,
can't
yeah,
go
yeah.
out of it again. If anyone that's watching feels like they should be an artist, they should work as an artist, because if what you feel is one thing, what you do is completely different, and sometimes it's not the same thing.
Yeah.
I think it's good to take a step back. This is what I learned in time, and kind of put yourself away from it, so that you really have a conversation, like also with the head. Is it good? It's a good conversation to have, but mostly to do with gut.
Yeah.
Because this,
yeah,
I guess, where things actually kind of take its place. And with architecture, I've been thinking for the whole conversation, especially before we talked. I got really inspired, if we go by inspirations, and I should. I have to mention my mother, father, and my husband and my daughter, and the life I have now, because this is what inspires. But with Ivan Vurnik, with our architect, which is a little less known than Plichnik, I found 3 words which did actually change me a little bit, which was your question a while ago.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this was more than 10 years ago when I saw this documentary on our national television of him. It was a great documentary, because he was a great guy. And transcendentalnost na častnost, oziroma univerzalnost na častnost transcendenca. So universality.
What was the second one?
Not častnost, above timeness.
Yeah, above timeness. Yeah.
Transcendence.
Yeah.
So if something is universal and it's above time and it's transcendent,
Yeah.
Isn't it nice if something, just even a little bit of that comes into something?
Now you poked me, because I actually like to work in this, not also think in these terms in my work, that it touches these aspects.
Anna?
This gives me joy, and hopefully gives joy to others.
Exactly.
And yeah, maybe we should end on that note, actually, because it's you know,
For sure.
it's such a nice thought. Yeah, hopefully it gives something to people, our conversation. I'm glad that you've been here, that
you
we
so much.
met. Yeah, I hope you also enjoyed, and yeah, take care of yourself, and
Thank you.
we both are gonna probably continue with our work and to inspire ourselves and others.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Severa.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Evo ga, hvala ti. Res.
Hvala tebi.